Part 1. The Palace. As night fell and the light glittered in the great house, the servants stood at the massive door awaiting the coming of the guests, and upon their velvet garments shone golden buttons. The magnificent carriages drew into the palace park, and the nobles entered, dressed in gorgeous raiment and decorated with jewels. The instruments filled the air with pleasant melodies while the dignitaries danced to the soothing music. At midnight, the finest and most palatable foods were served on a beautiful table, embellished with all kinds of the rarest flowers. The feasters dined and drank abundantly until the sequence of the wine began to play its part. At dawn, the throng dispersed boisterously after spending a long night of intoxication and gluttony which hurried their worn bodies into their deep beds with unnatural sleep. Part 2. The Hut. At eventide, a man attired in a dress of heavy work stood before the door of his small house and knocked at the door. As it opened, he entered and greeted the occupants in a cheerful manner, and then sat between his children who were playing at the fireplace. In a short time, his wife had the meal prepared, and they sat at a wooden table consuming their food. After eating, they gathered around the oil lamp and talked of the day's events. When the early night had lapsed, all stood silently and surrendered themselves to the King of Slumber, with a song of praise and prayer of gratitude on their lips.